Hello and welcome to the video of cleaning the PS2 9000. It's a little different model than the other ones. The way you can know this is simply looking back here. If you look there, I don't know how you will see this, but it will be model, can you see from the light right here, model 9000. You will see on yours, this is 9004, but the little difference they have with this model and the other one is mostly on the design on the outside. I have actually the other model, so I can show it to you right here. Give me a second. It has memory cards in, but that's okay. And as you can see, the difference on the plate, the front is a little different. As you see, this one has this ridges, this one is flat. It's not the greatest lighting, but you see what I mean. The size for the fans, the 9000 model has this on the side since it has the integrated adapter inside. The back is a little different and this side is also a little different. From the front, ports are the same except this little fan here. And okay, so the components inside are a little bit set differently just because of the adapter that the 9000 model has integrated. This one uses the adapter on the cable, so it's easier for them to make space inside. Okay, first thing you want to do is flip it over, and there will be these 3 points. See these 3 little squares? You will need, actually let's first get to what you should have and what could be useful. The first thing of course is the Phillips screwdriver, which I think is set here, yeah. And some other ones I have here that I can switch some torques and stuff, which I will not need for the PS2. Good thing is to have some old brush that you don't use. I mean new toothbrush, not the one you brush your teeth with, but to clean some of the ports out, you know, it would be good to clean this USB ports with it and some stuff on the inside as well. Some just tissues that are wet. I use this for the glasses since I had them extra, so it's always good to clean something that needs to be cleaned, and some Q-tips that are good for cleaning the laser, which you need to be very careful about, which I will get to pretty soon. Okay, and maybe a toothpick if you need to pick out some of the things that go out, and also a vacuum that I have in the back I will use later to vacuum all of this. Okay, so good thing about this is that I see from the warranty sticker that this PlayStation has never been opened. That's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing, which means it's pretty dirty probably, but the good thing is that I know that I'm the first one opening it, and I know there will be no problems or damaged parts, hopefully. I'm not sure. I tested it, it worked. It had some, after 2 or 3 restarts I did, it had some weird glitches in the, like, the connection was bad on the port for the TV. I'm not sure, I will have a look at that, but okay, so firstly, what we'll do actually, I will need some kind of a flat screwdriver part, which will be easier to remove, or plastics, and I'm using this normal one as you can see. So I will just put the screwdriver inside, and you can just lift these ones up. Maybe I will take a little smaller one. A second. This one has a too big head, I think. This one will be good. So something like this should be perfect. The small tip screwdriver. And I bought this PS2 off on a marketplace from Facebook, which is here locally in Germany, where I work at right now. So I found it and I was like, sure, I'll take it and see what we can do with it. So after we take those 3 out, you will see that there are screws revealed, and the other 3 we need, which is 6 in total for the backplate, is here under this rubber and under this warranty sticker that I mentioned earlier. So you can just pop this off, same like the plastic, they are not stuck in there or glued, or like this one's, this on the top Don't touch those because you will just destroy them, they are glued there. We will put this on the side right here. This plastic bits, actually, I will put them here on the top of my, have it separated. I usually use this plastic cover for my screwdriver. Some of them parts or screws, there's not a lot that you can screw up, but most of them are the same, the screws. Okay, take these parts out, and now what we will need to do, I usually like to press out with my finger like this, and then it will reveal a little square that you will see. You can kind of see it on camera. Yep, and then you will want to cut. Maybe the best part is to just use your screwdriver and go around the corners like this, not too hard, so it kind of stays if you want it to stay. I don't want it to be too damaged. And it's a little more cutting here. Make sure it's cut all the way so it can pop out. There we go. It's kind of not cut here, but we will get it. Yep, there we go. So it kind of has that text on there still and stuff. We can put it nicely back again later. So that's all the 6 parts removed that we needed. We will take our Phillips screwdriver and unscrew these screws. 6 of them in total. Maybe use a bigger screwdriver if you have. The screws are a little harder. Maybe not on all PS consoles, maybe not on yours, but this one has pretty strong screws. Should open a window, it's pretty hot here. I couldn't turn off my heating until now, so it's pretty hot in the room because the button didn't work for on and off switch. Okay, we have our more here. My hands are sweating a little because it's hot and I can't hold the screwdriver properly, but we will get it. Okay, like so. And since we have unscrewed these, sorry about the noise in the background, we can easily, first we will check if there is any disc. You should always check that, but mine doesn't have, as you can see. We can just usually lift this part off, no problem. As you can see right here, it lifts off. Maybe some notches will be right here. Yep, there we go. Here a little snap. Go this side, little wiggles, and we are off. And then, as you can see, this guy did not clean his console ever. It's pretty dusty, especially in the inside. Yeah, it's pretty damn rough. You can't probably see it the best way, but here is a lot of dust where the laser is, which is not so good. Yeah, you can see now. The console by itself is pretty dirty. There's a lot of dust gathered in here as well, which you cannot see so easily, but mostly a lot of dust. Okay, we will vacuum and clean this with water separately, but before we do that, we will remove the adapter. And to do that, we need to unscrew this screw right here. It usually, for my case, I only have this screw, I think. I will check very quickly. So this screw is exactly the same length as the others, so we can keep it together. Yeah, in this case it's just this screw, I think. Sometimes you will have a screw right here on the top between this memory card and joystick slots, right in the middle right here. You can see the little hole, but sometimes not. I think it's not on the 9000 models, I think it's on the 7000 model. Okay, we usually just little wiggle to disconnect the adapter. Be careful, this might be old, it might crack and break, we don't know. Now, okay, I realized how actually you need to clip it. There's a button that you press and you pull it. As you can see, you click this on the back and pull it. Yeah, I can see yeah, the inside is pretty dirty as well, so we will clean this separately as well. Yeah, there's a dust there, a lot of dust here. Never open, literally. We will want to take the motherboard out if we want to clean the plastic separately with the motherboard separately. So to do that, we will need to unscrew some of the screws that are around the board, and let's start with the middle one right here where I'm pointing, or I think you can see it. Yeah, this one. We'll start with that one. Take it out. Yeah, this one requires a smaller Phillips screwdriver, so I hope you do have it. If you don't, it should be back now. Yeah, okay, the camera is back. That happens sometimes to me, I don't know why, but it's okay. So we unscrew this screw that I said in the middle, and this one is the small one, so you can separate it on the other side. There will be these two screws that you can unscrew, so you will see also the small screws. You can get those as well. This one. One will be hidden under the cooler for the processor, and one will be hidden back here where the laser is, and we will need to raise this laser part to get to it. So be extra careful with this tip laser here, you don't want to touch it. That's why we will use the tips for cleaning it. And I also have, as you can see, a toothbrush for scrubbing, some wet papers. These are for glasses, but they're good, just as good as normal ones, and maybe a toothpick if you need to pick some parts out. So these are all good things that you can use for further cleaning. And we also have a vacuum. So after we remove those, we can remove the processor right here with screws as well. These are the same like the ones that hold the motherboard, so I should have no problem mixing. I will separate them with the big ones, but otherwise it should be the same. Okay, let's check how the fan is looking. Oh yeah, the fan is pretty dirty and coughed up, as you can see, so it will need some cleaning to be done, and it will reveal a screw back here in the corner that you will see. Yeah. This one you want to remove as well. Got it under a Q-tip. So remove this one. For now we'll have the cooler back here, and to remove this part is really easy. It's just ledged in there with this rubber part, so you just need to raise it up, but be careful because there's a cable. So the first thing you want to do is probably put this to the front, the laser part, slowly, so the cable is risen, and you can just you can hold it like this. And back here, I can try to show you. You can see, yeah, right here in the corner, right there, yeah, there you will see a screw that can be unscrewed. So a screw that can be unscrewed, that's funny. You want to go a little from the side, maybe like this. It will be a little harder. You can unglue this part, but kind of be careful still, I would say. Let me see real quick if I can just do it like this. Yeah, this is better. Bend it like this. Yeah, there we go. And unscrew this screw. Okay. A good tip is to have the magnetic screwdriver, so it's easier for you to manipulate the screws. Okay, I think after you unscrew those, you should be pretty much done with all the screws that hold the motherboard. And the easiest way to take the motherboard out is usually to just, let me see, I think I got them all, didn't I? Yeah, you should just raise it up here from the back, and here in the middle maybe it should have this little black notches usually holding it together. You can just raise off. You can raise this thing off, that's from the start button, and you can just lay it off right there, and you want to kind of easily wiggle it all outside, all out. Did I miss a screw? I'm not sure. It's kind of going hard right here. Let me check real quick under here. I don't see any screws, so I think we should be okay. Yeah, this part can go off. Yeah, this is going off. Oh yes, I forgot one screw. I'm so sorry. It is right down here under. If you also raise this part above, you will see it right under here. So we need to take. There's two of them actually right here, so we should take those out as well. I totally forgot about them. I didn't clean a 9000 model in a while, so I kind of forgot most of the things. But I remember them. I should have made more research before I did it, and not start reassembling it thinking I was recording when I was actually not. So after that, you can just kind of wiggle it out. These parts will be a little stuck where the USB ports are. You can just kind of push it with your thumb, and it should hopefully just pop out with no problem, like this. Yep, there we go. And you have successfully separated the plastic part from your motherboard and your stuff. So we will put this aside as well. And the first thing I will go do now, which will be off camera so you don't have to look, is wash this with water and some sponges and everything, because this is only plastic left, and yeah, it's better to scrub it all down and have no dust at all. So I will go ahead and do that. I will press pause here and I will be right back. Okay, we are back with the cleaning process. I scrubbed this with some toothbrush and wet papers because there are some mechanical parts here I didn't remove, which I don't want to remove. I don't want any corrosion or rust going on in this metal parts, as you can see right there. So I cleaned it really good with the toothbrush, with some wet papers, same with this part, so it's pretty clean by my side. I don't think I should clean it anymore. One thing I forgot to mention that I got right now is if you can have any sort of compressor or this air duster, which you can buy in most of the stores just like that, or maybe the gaming store as well, because this one in particular is for keyboard. And we will just insert this here and have to shake it a little bit, and we will use it for this adapter and for our main board. A lot of dust came out, so after that I will lay it on the side right here maybe. The next thing I will do is clean the board, but I will not disconnect any parts from here because this one is glued, this cable, to the metal piece, and it's a little longer process. So I will just blow everything off, clean these parts, and the same process like I did with this. I will keep blowing and see what I can get, and I will be back to you when I do that. And again, welcome back. We are continuing the cleaning process, and as you will see, I cleaned most of the console except the cooler, which I'll explain in a second why I didn't, but I scrubbed everything down with a toothbrush. I glued it on with this air can, and scrubbed everything down, every port, so every dust is removed. I think it's pretty clean. You can see this part was pretty dirty, it's clean. Here were some dirt and dust and so on. But why I didn't clean the cooler is because there is so much dust in here that you cannot blow it out. And what I will do in this case is pull this cable out. You can just very slightly wiggle it out and it will come out, because this connect cable, you can just connect it there. Okay, so what I will do is, you can see this top part, this metal part, it has some notches right here and around. What you will want to do is get a flat screwdriver like this, a little tiny one we used in the beginning for the plastics of the covers, and you just want to slide it in and kind of like just turn it out. It will just pop up like this. You can see both of them are raised, so you just want to slide it in, turn, and slide it in, turn. I have more, I think, so I didn't turn, yeah, and it will just pop out just like that. It shouldn't be any problem with the little wiggles. There we go, and the part is out, yeah, and there's some dirt here as well, which I will clean. And this is the most important part. You should clean, which cools your system. And as you can see, someone has been I think this is even for smoking. This can happen a lot, this type of yellowish dust. So the way I will clean this is, again, blow it with some air, use a toothbrush and scrub everything down, and then we can go back to the process of reassembling everything back together and putting everything back in the case and testing it out with some games. So I will be back to you in a second. And we are back again, and as you can see, it's pretty much like new now, so that is good. Like I said, blowed it, I used a little vacuum, a lot of brushing, and clean it as best as I could. So, oh, the only thing I forgot is this metal part, so I will just use this paper actually to clean this part, and it should be okay. Okay, let's see. Take it apart. Since we're cleaning, we want all the dust removed and extracted from this metal bracket as well. Clean it as best as we can. So, okay. And what you want to do with this part is just, like we did before, click it back on its spot. No problems whatsoever. Should go in. Click, click, click. Yep, everything. Make sure everything is clicked, like I just did here. Yep. Now it's in position. Okay. So the last thing that I will do is get some Q-tip, and I will slightly wipe around this part first, where the disc goes. Take the other part and do a little with the laser, very gently. You do not want to touch the laser, you just want to go a little gently. So this is everything wiped out, and then if you see something else that you didn't wipe, you can use this Q-tip and go everywhere around that you want to make the cleaning even a little better. So I will use it right here because I know I couldn't blow everything out from inside. There's some dirt back here as well, so I know some of this didn't blow out, but it's okay. Yeah, it's pretty clean. I don't need to do this, so we can put this away. This is trash. We can use this wipe a little again with some parts if you want. Nothing too much delicate. Okay, everything is done. We can go with putting everything back in position. First we will go with the cooler, which was right in this spot. So you want to turn it to its position, which was like so. So the back part faces outwards from the back of the console. This is the front because of the jacks, you know, for the slots of the memory card and controllers, and so it goes to the back. Take the ribbon cable, and you want to make sure that you connect it the right way. The way you will know, you will see the little pins in the hole and on your cable, and they need to go in the same way. Or the other way I can explain, the blue part from the cable, you cannot see it right now, but the blue part has to go that way towards the CD reader. Okay, that is connected. We take the little screws that we used to hold the processor, so we put it in place again. There we go. Take our screwdriver, a small one for the normal plus. We screw it in place. Take the other one, screw it in place. Make sure you get all of these. You don't want to leave any screws behind and wonder later what happened. So this one we're using 3 screws. It's all the screws that we will need. So it is in place. You can check a little, and it should be fine. So this part is done. Next thing we need to do is get the bottom and the top part, but firstly we need the bottom part. So what we will do is take this bottom part, we can turn it like this, the holes facing us, the closed holes, not these cut holes. So take it gently, turn it around, and we can start by lifting the top part, sliding the top, the bottom slots in the holes, same with the USB ports, and just gently laying it down. Should be no problem. We take this part. The way to know again where to put it is this laser is here, so you know you have to turn it so, like so. And it needs to get in spot. There we go. The bottom will go up here. I can show you. The white bottom will go up here, and the LED will go down here that you cannot see now. Okay, so that is in place. We will take our reader, make sure you put that in place in the black notches, so it's in there, you don't want to forget this. And now that this is finished, I actually messed up a little both. I should have let it unscrewed so I can screw the motherboard back together, but it's no problem, we will do it. Next thing we need to do is screw this on the top. So basically I need to lift this back up. I will go like this for now, and we need this little one. I think the little one also went right here, so I want to screw this one under here, the one that we lift. Is it going? There we go. Okay, so that was the one that is under our disc, which is right here. You can see chain. Okay, I want to go with the top one now, so I will raise it to this side, somehow like this. Okay, use our magnet to get another screw, put it in place, and we can go into the hole. It's also located back here, but the screw is messing with me. So there we go. Screw that part back in. Boom. Okay, now this can go back into its place. Maybe you want to try and glue this a little, but first you want to slide it up and then maybe push your finger a little on this. It doesn't matter if it can lose, it's just holding it so this doesn't get stuck, but it shouldn't be a problem like this. When you do it this gently, as you can see the cable is here, it goes back to its place, so it is good. Okay, the next screw can go in. We will take apart this processor first, because the screw needs to go here, which we forgot to place. So we will go right back here, unscrew our cooler, which we should have done before we screwed it, and right back here, if you remember, was also a small Phillips screw there. So this one go back together. Boom. One also goes here. You can put this one since you're at it. I think it's small one as well. Should be small one. There we go. And another small one right down here. So put this one back together. Make sure it's screwed all the way. Okay, the next we can do this processor now, since we finally screwed this one under. Okay, put this one back together. This one, another small screw. Right here. Okay, so we placed one in the corner above the processor, one here in the corner almost, one on the bottom here, and the processor ones. Keep that in mind, and the two here. So we should be left, if you did everything like me, with two small screws and the big ones that we'll put later on. So another small screw that we didn't place goes right here in the middle in this hole. So right there, oof. That's the one, and there we go. One more should be right here on the top. 1 second, above this one, right here on the corner. Oh, actually, excuse me, that's for the big one. Yeah, this small one. This is for the big one as well. Let me think. Which one did I forget and not put in here? Is there any under here? Yeah, another one that's under here that I forgot. You can see the hole right there. I'm sorry that I forget this. Like I said, I didn't disassemble this console in a while, and I can see a little dust peeking out here that didn't get cleaned. So I will take that out. Thank you. There we go. Put the cable on the back side, put the parts where they belong. Okay, and the motherboard is successfully screwed back in, and this is in its place. Make sure again it is on its notches, so it goes with the plastic case. We have another place for our adapter, which we should not forget, and we can basically place the adapter inside. It goes like this. You will know because the cable is going inside the case. So place the black part in the hole right there. Make sure you set nicely. There we go. And the hole's right here. You can check the top. It's perfect. Place it down. And then we can start with the big screw that we have, the bigger one. We should only have bigger ones left now after everything we just screwed up. There's the bigger head for these, like that, and we can screw it in, no problem. It's a little harder, like I said, because I have a smaller screw, but it should go in there with no problem. It fits in there nicely, and we can just connect this cable back to its spot. The clicky part where you click your thumb should be on the inside as well, so make sure this is on the right spot. It should already bent from before how it should go. Let me just screw this in a little harder. Okay, it's good. Make sure this part again is set nicely. You want that screwed up with you. Okay, and now if we check our screws, we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which means everything on the inside of the console is done. We can take the top part back. We want to turn it. The way I like to do it is have this part open, and from that part you can see when you go inside that this comes out of the round hole here. So again, from the front we'll just gently go in, and it should just like that slide in, no problem. I will close the door and make some little clicks probably. You will see that if it's split a little like this, so make sure you get those. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, there we go. You should check around, make sure everything clicks back in its place. There we go. Good. Last part is putting this screws, the 6 screws, back in its place. So let's start with the corner one. We'll just screw it in as much as we can. There we go. That one is done. We'll go to this corner. You can do this in any order. I just do it like this for this time. So make sure it's screwed. You can check if the plastic is moving, so that way you know if it's screwed fully. Again, I'll go to the corner, screw this one in, make sure it's straight. There we go. A bigger screwdriver would be nice, so don't get so hard to you like it is for me right now. Yeah, it's fully in there. Again, I will go to the corner. These are a little more inside screws, so they're a little different. Holes, a little. It should not be a problem anyway. Okay, there we go. And the last two, I will go in the middle. I'll just put them in their holes for now. Start with the top one. Screw it. I need to go harder again because of the small screwdriver. There we go. And we go with this one. There we go, and everything should be back in its place. You can check maybe by trying to split it in some places if everything is connected good, and it should be. You can check even by trying to screw a little harder and so we're gonna put back our protection here, our rubber and our plastic. We will go with rubber first, so we know that we are done with that, and you will know it's rubber and it has a little different feet. These are more flat and the plastic ones are more raised, so we'll take the rubber ones and go to the corners. So you know that the rubber always goes to the corner, like the top here, so everything is rubber, and the rest is with plastics. The only one you want to look out for, the only one I want to look out for is this one that has a sticker on it, which is this one, so I don't put it in the other spot. I want to put it back to its belong place, and I want to turn the letters in the same direction, so I think it should go like this. Yeah, there we go, and now you can only see a little piece is missing, but it's no problem. Okay guys, and one more thing we should be testing before we can say that we are finished is testing some games to see if it runs normally. Now, if you remember in the beginning I said it had some weird graphic glitches, like the connector was not connecting good, like it disconnect. I think it was because of dust, so we will see if that was the problem. There was too much dust and everything works fine now. So I have a memory card inserted, controller, I plug it in with power. This is an AV. We will open up the hatch like that. Right here I have the original copy of Tomb Raider Legend. So we put the game inside, close, hit the power button, green light, good signal. Getting PlayStation intro, everything seems to be going good. Will it load the game? Should have the PlayStation 2, yes, that means the game has loaded, if that comes up, and I think it should be no problem from here on, because I don't see any glitches with graphics. It was before, it would already be a problem, so everything looks to be working normal. The game seems to be running fine for now, so we can make a little bit faster test if we just skip everything. And yeah, I have my controller, PS2 controller. Yeah, press start button to begin. Checking memory card. Everything seems to be working fine. So yes, thank you everyone for watching this. Hope you learned something. Hope this video helped you, if nothing else. And yeah, PlayStation is cleaned. Everything is working fine. So I will see you in the next video, where I will probably be cleaning something else, or maybe another PS2. Leave a like, subscribe maybe, and have a nice day. Peace out.